with 5,200 centers and 6,049 couples, bringing Judaism to your city. The main event will start shortly.
We are back here at the annual Chabad Shluchim Convention, talking with Shluchim from around the world. Chabad has grown to become the most widespread Jewish movement in the world, as befits the Rebbe's vision. So Shluchim have found themselves in some very unique postings. One of the most unusual is Chabad of rural and regional Australia, Rara. This is not your conventional mission, as you will soon see in this Rara video and the interview which follows. The focus of most shluchim is above.
Far-flung locations across the globe.
Even just one person is enough to get us going. Wherever Jewish people are, we will be there and we will join together with them to celebrate their Judaism.
Wow, what an incredible story. Here to share more about the Rara program, its vision and its shluchim, is the director, Rabbi Aron. Thank you for joining us, Rabbi.
Thank you for having me here.
Thank you, Menachem. So, you look like an otherwise reasonable person. What in the world attracted you to this kind of shlichus? Tell us a little bit about it, and tell us why you were attracted to this kind of shlichus.
So, Chabad of Rara serves Jewish people living all over Australia. Australia is a massive country, and people live in Melbourne and Sydney, but people also live in further away areas. And when this opportunity came up, I grabbed it right away. It was an out-of-the-box thing, something which enabled me to use my abilities to connect with people in very far-off places. They could be an hour away, they could be 30 hours away. It doesn't matter, but we're there to serve them and ensure that they can do a mitzvah and they can be part of Jewish life.
Rabbi, Judaism is really a communal, but most of the Jews you serve are very isolated. So how does Chabad enable you to bridge that gap?
So the beauty of Chabad is that we have such an amazing value on just one mitzvah, just one interaction. And with that philosophy, with that idea with us, it doesn't matter if we have 2 people in the room or we have 20 people in the room. We are able to bring people together and we are able to show them that community, that connection between each other, just by bringing them in a room, by lighting the menorah together, by putting on tefillin, or by doing any other mitzvah. And it doesn't matter where they are. If they're coming together to do a mitzvah, they are creating a community and they are creating that connection which stays with them forever.
Do you continue to hear back from some of these people even after your visits are over?
We're in touch with these people all the time, and whether we're seeing them in person or we're in touch with them over Zoom, over the phone, we have that constant connection, and it's something which, even though they may be very far away, that connection is always there.
It's like you're creating a virtual community.
We create a virtual community, and the best part is we meet up in person often as well. Our volunteer rabbis that are on the road right now, we've got 2 rabbis 4 hours out of Melbourne as we speak, and they're connecting with Jewish people out there wherever they are.
Amazing, amazing. So Rara service model is kind of rare. Would it work in other places? Has it been tried anywhere else?
Yes, absolutely. It's been tried in a number of different places and succeeded in a number of different places around the world. Here in the United States, in the state of Georgia, there's Chabad of rural Georgia, in Arizona as well as outside of the States, in Argentina, as well as Brazil, and even in Thailand, they're setting up Chabad Shluchim that are dedicated to serving people in more remote and more spread out areas. So definitely something that is worth trying. And if you know of some remote Jews, it's definitely worth getting in touch with them and building a connection with them.
Have you ever had a situation where you met somebody in sort of a far-flung place and that led to eventually starting a Chabad house or a bigger group?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's actually 3 Chabad houses which we've been very instrumental in setting up and starting around Australia. 8 years ago, we opened one up in Cairns, all the way to the top of Australia. About 5 years ago, we opened up a Chabad house in Newcastle, about 2 hours out of Sydney. And just 2 years ago, we put Chabad Shluchim in the Sunshine Coast, a beautiful part of Australia, which has over 1,000 Jewish people in just that area. So definitely something which we look forward to doing further and opening more Chabad houses in other regional parts of Australia.
How difficult is it to recruit people to come and do the rah-rah experience?
It's a challenge to get people to move to Australia. It's the other side of the world, but once they're in it, everybody enjoys it. It's an amazing experience to be able to, you see straight away, you see the connections that are being made, you see the people that you're connecting with, and it's something which is the most rewarding work you could ever do.
Thank you, Rabbi Aron. It was wonderful meeting you, and good luck with the work that you're doing.